everyone, and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch once again. And what do I have for you today? One of the new spam skills coming to Warlock February 21st, Echoes from the Void, Chaos Bolts. And right now in the background of the gameplay you are watching is Chaos Bolts in its default form. Throughout this entire video, I'm going to break down the detailed new skill tree, and I'm going to show you what's possible with this awesome new skill. So let's start off by breaking down the tooltip. Chaos Bolts, a barrage of chaotic projectiles which land in an area around the target. The explosions deal necrotic and fire damage in a small area. Scaling tags, fire, necrotic, spell, area, and intelligence, and you're going to see there's going to be multiple ways to modify these scaling tags. Looking at the advanced tooltip, intelligence scaling 4% per intelligence, and added damage applied at 100% effectiveness for each bolt. Now what I'm going to do is cover this left portion of the tree over here, and then I'm going to take you over to the training dummy and show you how Chaos Bolts actually attack enemies. Because a lot of times it takes a little bit of practice, but it feels like you're missing enemies. You'll understand. So we've got Mania and Flames. This is Ignite chance. Bounce down here, Condemned to Chaos, Damned chance, and this very special node right here, Misery. Chaos Bolts hits deal more damage, multiplicative, to Damned, Ignited, Bleeding, and Frostbitten. Now, Damned, Ignite, and Bleed are really easy. If you've been following Warlock Week and everything that I've revealed, it is very easy to get those three on the target. Literally 2 of them are right here from this node. And then for Frostbite, still not too difficult, but you need to find a way to get Frostbite on targets. And by doing so, you will get almost a 50% multiplicative damage boost to your Chaos Bolts. As we continue, a Grave for 2. Chaos Bolts deal more damage over time, multiplicative, equal to a portion of their missing health. Now, I've been getting lots of questions on Discord and in the comment section, and people are very intrigued about low life. Will low life be a staple? Will it be possible with Warlock? Absolutely. There are so many opportunities to run low life with Warlock, and a Grave for 2 is one of them. Moving down, the Burn. Directly casting Chaos Bolts extends the duration of your active Chthonic Fissure and Infernal Shades. So you can also extend the duration of other skills that you are using. And last one right here, any people like minions? The Gate. Hitting your minions with Chaos Bolts grants them any Damned, Ignite, Bleed, Frostbite chance that Chaos Bolts gains from this tree. The buff lasts 10 seconds and does not stack. Now remember, that's from this tree. So your gear, the passive tree, blessing, any of that stuff, no, it's only this tree. That being said, you can shoot your Chaos Bolts on your minions and buff them as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some gameplay at the training dummies because it's the easiest way to see. And what I'm going to do is just target the center of the dummies, and you will see the way the bolts spread around. It does take time to get used to it because it feels like you're always missing when you're in combat. Moving on to the top left portion of the tree up here. And most of you can probably guess what this is. I think it's going to be a fan favorite, and that is Cold Conversion. You're going to be able to take the fire part of Chaos Bolts and convert it to cold and ignite to Frostbite. So your Chaos Bolts are now necrotic and cold, and they look pretty cool. You also have Torment of the Red Tundra. Chaos Bolts have a higher chance to freeze enemies per uncapped cold resistance. Additionally, Chaos Bolts deal more physical damage over time, multiplicative per uncapped cold resistance. And the last node top left, Chance of Snow. Chaos Bolts have a chance to chill enemies. Additionally, Chaos Bolts hits have a chance to deal double damage, multiplicative to chilled enemies. And this is going to give you your chill chance. People are going to love this. Check out Cold and Necrotic.
Feel my wrath.
on to the bottom of the tree. Aaron, I'm sick of all of this necrotic damage. I'm a fan of physical and bleed. Don't worry, Chaos Bolts has your back with Sanguine. Chaos Bolts base necrotic damage is converted to physical, and the damn chance is converted to bleed. So now when you take this, you are going to have fire and bleed. And don't worry, at the end of the video, when we're done covering the entire tree, I will show you the conversion of what cold and physical when you take both conversions look like. You also have Blood Tithe. This is going to bring down your mana cost. Chaos Bolts have less mana, but now consumes a portion of your current health and ward on cast. Enjoy physical fire Chaos Bolts. Now we're going to talk about trigger abilities inside of Chaos Bolts. What else can they do? And it's the 3 nodes you will see right here at the bottom. And as you can see from the pictures, the first one is Rip Blood. Chaos Bolts hits have a chance per intelligence to cast Rip Blood at the target enemies. This effect can occur a maximum of 3 times per second. And we're going to move straight down to Bone Curse. Chaos Bolts hits against cursed enemies cast Bone Curse at their location. This effect has a 6-second cooldown. So it is not going to cast Bone Curse unless it is targeting a cursed already enemy. That being said, as long as the enemy's cursed, it's going to hit them with Bone Curse. And this last one, people are going to go wild over it. This node right here, I can already feel it. Reaper of Mayhem. Chaos Bolts hits have a chance per dexterity to cause you to attack with Harvest from the location the enemy is hit, hitting them and enemies around them. This effect can occur a maximum of 3 times per second. You can now, through Chaos Bolts, shoot Harvest.
Feel my wrath. Wither before me.
So now we're going to bounce around and cover some of these other nodes, and then I'm going to save this portion right here for last. All right. So you've got Abrupt of Chaos. Chaos Bolts have increased cast speed and projectiles travel faster. When you move down, you've got Doom's Vindication. Chaos Bolts deal more damage, and its hits deal more damage to cursed enemies. Multiplicative. As you continue down, Devour the Damned. Chaos Bolts hits against cursed enemies regain health and mana. I use this on all my builds right now, because I'm always low on mana. Moving down one more, Cursed Blood. Chaos Bolts hits refresh the duration of your curses on them and grants you health per curse. So this is a way for you to maintain your curses by using Chaos Bolts. This point right here in the corner, Seed of Chaos. Chaos Bolts hits against cursed enemies has a chance to cause you to recast Chaos Bolts from their location towards another enemy, consuming a portion of its mana. The recast has a minimum range of 5 meters. So this means that you can bounce. Technically, you can bounce your Chaos Bolts. As long as the enemy's cursed and you hit them, there's a 10% chance to then continue and chain your Chaos Bolts to other enemies. But it's only a 10% chance. Popping up to the top, you've got Destructive Intensity. Now, right off the bat, I just want to say Destructive Intensity is only when you cast Chaos Bolts. You have to be casting them. Whenever you cast Chaos Bolts, you gain a stack of destructive intensity up to a maximum. Each stack reduces the target area and improves Chaos Bolt's base critical strike chance. If you go 2 seconds without gaining a stack, all stacks are lost. So a way to get your crit up with your Chaos Bolts. Moving up top right, you've got Pandemonium, and this is a 160% chance or 160% boost to the area of your Chaos Bolts, and you can put 3 points into this or a 39% chance of triggering that. And this last node up here in the corner, Scatter. Chaos Bolts hits now have a chance to fear enemies, but the projectile targets a wider area. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of these points into area, and I'm going to show you how big these Chaos Bolts can get. So now let's talk about upping your projectile output with the Chthonic node. Right here, Chaos Bolts release additional projectiles, but it has a higher mana cost, and you can get as many as 4 extra projectiles. This is what they look like. Now, I probably should have mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but Chaos Bolts is available to every mastery for the Acolyte. It's at the first half of the passive tree, so Lich and Necromancer is going to be able to get their hands on this skill. And for the Necromancer fans out there, let's talk minions again. Now, I already mentioned the gate, all right, but you also have these 2 nodes right here. Kindling. Chaos Bolts hitting one of your volatile zombies causes it to instantly explode. Zombies exploding this way deal more multiplicative damage in a larger area. But it gets better. Going down 1 more node, volatile zombies exploding from volatile kindling node deal even more damage in a larger area and poisons enemies. Now, taking these 4 nodes and you manually blowing up your own zombies is going to give you a 110% multiplicative damage bonus to your zombies. Moving on up, Mana Anarchy. Chaos Bolt projectiles have a chance to consume additional mana, causing it to deal more damage. Again, multiplicative. I have had so much mana regen, and I've tried this. It's really hard to maintain mana if you go this route. Very, very hard. Moving on up. Revolution. Whenever mana is consumed by Mana Anarchy node, your minions gain additional spell damage based on your maximum mana, and they also gain increased attack speed. So through Chaos Bolts, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 minion nodes. It's not too bad. And the final node of the Chaos Bolt tree right here. You ready for it? Chains of the Betrayer. Chaos Bolts no longer shoot multiple projectiles, but now instead shoots 1 large projectile, causing it to deal more damage, multiplicative, in a larger area. These effects scale with the amount of projectile Chaos Bolts would have shot. Check this out.
Wither before me. Feel my wrath.
All right, right, everyone, that's going to do it for Chaos Bolts. I want to know your opinion. Out of the 4 skills I have shown, which one is your favorite? And have I sold you on Warlock yet? Do you want to main it February 21st for 1.0 Echoes from the Void? Let me know your thoughts. I'm live every single night on Air in Action RPG on Twitch, answering any 1.0 questions I have or answering any Warlock questions. Come hang out. It is always a good time. I'm done. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.